Division 2, but Luke Garrett pulls alongside him as they head down the friendly straight. Luke Garrett from North Somerset as they head over the start-finish line. It is Mark Taylor from Tom O'Rourke, yesterday's race winner. Ollie James there in third position. Dave Jenkins in fourth place, truck number 69, ahead of John Newell. Then it's the number 11 MAN of Martin Gibson. Stuart Oliver, followed by the reigning champion, number 1, Ryan Smith. And then the final of the Division 2 trucks is going to be Ricky Collett. In a straight line, John Powell trying to come back at the Division 2 leader, Luke Garrett, but it's still Garrett from John Powell. Second in Division 2 at the moment, third in Division 2 at the moment is going to be Graham Powell, who's third in Division 2, and I think Steve Powell has just promoted himself up to fourth in Division 2. Yes, he has, yeah. The yellow MAN now ahead of the red Iveco in the hands of Craig Reed, that has gone beautifully well in Division 2 so far this weekend. 2 wins and a third in his division. So good championship points for Craig. In towards Agostini yet again, go the leading pack, still with Mark Taylor out front and looking to try and hang on to this advantage that he's got. It's any one of 3 you like really now for second, third and fourth place as Ollie James turns back into attack mode again to maybe have another quick look at the inside of Tom O'Rourke. One's very wide at Hamilton, all over the grass. Through goes Ollie James, through goes David Jenkins. Tom O'Rourke finishes his rally crossing moments at Hamilton and is going to rejoin just behind David Jenkins. That was rather close though. John Newell is about to be passed, I think also by Martin Gibson, because Gibson's got the inside line as they head up towards the right-hander at Williams and onto the Bentley straight for what is third position in Division, fourth position I should say, in Division 2. The yellow MAN of Steve Powell is coming back under pressure from Division 2 winner Craig Reed. Steve Powell a little bit wide coming out of Oggies, and that was almost an opportunity there for the down here, number 89, Cooler Price has cracked on that one, so that's not going to go any further in this race, unfortunately. By the looks of it, Mark, I can just see over to Cora. I think John Newell has just pulled off the track as well, number 18. He has, yeah. So John Newell has pulled well and truly off the circuit to the left-hand side at Coram, and that means that he is out of the race as well. That is the championship leader, remember, and in a championship where you don't drop any rounds, you count every single round, that could really hamper his championship aspirations. He's lost a little bit of ground this weekend in general. Mark Taylor still out front and leading. The lead advantage was 1 3/4 seconds between himself and Ollie James, who sits there in second place. We first saw Mark Taylor come into this championship, I think, back in 2018. We saw him for the last couple of rounds of the championship, Mark Taylor, and last year he did not claim a win, Mark, so if he can hang on to it, I think this would be his first win in the British Truck Racing Championship after what, as we say, was a really difficult weekend for him at Donington Park. And the best thing to do after a difficult weekend is to bounce back, and certainly Mark Taylor would love, as would I'm sure the family and all the supporters that without question are going to be here, would love to bounce back in the best possible fashion and grab a win. But Ollie James, last time through, set the fastest lap of the race, I'm afraid to say, for Mark Taylor that is, because he was half a second quicker, brought the gap down to 1.7 seconds. The lap time from Ollie James was a 2:26.115. The gap first to second is actually very slightly larger than the gap second to third at the moment, so and the timing screen confirms that. Yeah, 1.7 seconds first to second, 1.5 seconds second to third. James back to by just 5/10 of a second as they came over the start-finish line. That was because Dave Jenkins' time has just popped in the fastest lap of the race that we've seen. 2 minute 25.012, 2:25.012. The fastest lap we've had all weekend is a 2:24.2. So that is about 8/10 of a second shy of Stuart Oliver's best lap from what was the very first race of the weekend that took place yesterday. Mark Taylor, though, for the moment, looking reasonably untroubled. The lead advantage last time through came down by literally thousandths of a second. It's about 40 thousandths of a second was all it came down by. Tom O'Rourke under attack also from Ricky Collett. This will be for the last position in Division 1. And Ricky goes through on the run up towards Agostini. So race winner from yesterday, Tom O'Rourke, has now dropped back down towards the tail end of Division 1 as the last of the trucks that's still running. Of course, because we've got Simon Reed's truck that came into the pit lane a few laps ago, as we heard from Matt Suckling down there, our roving reporter. For Division 2, Luke Garrett looking very comfortable at the wheel of the number 42 MAN. John Powell equally at the wheel of the DAF has a bit of daylight between himself and what is now the squabble for the final podium spot in Division 2, because Graham Powell's Renault is under pressure from the Iveco Stralis, the red truck, in the hands of Craig Reed. The pair of them heading towards the braking area for the right-hander. Still slightly slower than Stuart Oliver's fastest lap from the first race of the day today, and still not down to the kind of times they were doing in yesterday's race. How is Division 2 third place coming on? Still just about going the way of the number 55 Renault. Craig Reed just shows the nose of his truck to Graham Powell heading in towards the braking area for Ritchie's corner, but again he's just too far away, and in a truck Ritchie's isn't really an overtaking opportunity, so he'll sit behind and get a really good run coming out of the corner, draws himself alongside and looks for the inside line heading in towards Wilson. Is this a change for third in Division 2? Not quite on the way in, but it is on the way out as Graham Powell runs wide and I think missed his braking point there. The Renault slithers onto the grass. He tries to get it pointing round in the right direction but loses the tail end of it. He will rejoin as he hooks a gear up, but through has gone brother Stephen Powell, and I think also Bradley Smith at the wheel of the Iveco has gone through as well. So Graham Powell, with that small mistake, has lost 2 places and any hope now of a podium in Division 2, as he's lost the best part of, I would say, 15 or maybe 20 seconds with that mistake. Down the Bentley Straight, going our race leader, looking as though the gap might have come down on this lap. So it came out by 2/10 on the previous lap, 3.5 minutes to go for Mark Taylor to soak up the pressure that might be possibly Taylor would have been the second position at Brookston. He's had seconds, he's had thirds, but I think he's had a win for it. Another name added to the list of winning the British Racing Championship this year. John Powell is winning right in this place. Jenkins is playing a big one. This weekend, we have a third driver that claims his first win in Division 1 this weekend here, but the pressure is building to gap as the though he is trying to mount a challenge for the lead. He is still a second behind, but he is not that far behind now. I think the problem for Ryan Smith, I'm afraid, is that number one got lost 10 places on that lap. College and Tom O'Rourke both went through, so Ryan Smith is now circulating at the back of Division 1 for the 8 trucks that still remain running because of Simon